to What's Right with the World with your host, Glenn Ambrose.
And hello, welcome to What's Right with the World. Today, we are talking about Ben. No, we're not talking about Ben. That was like a segue. Ben?
I am not What's Right with the World.
Kinda.
All right. Today's article comes from the BBC. Dementia patients come alive in singing classes. A 90-year-old woman comes alive during singing classes for dementia patients, her daughter has said. Pauline Goodyear said that sessions in Walton, Nottingham, help her mother, Alma, to access memories of songs she knew in her youth. Patients appear to show improvements in their condition during the classes, according to their families. Research by the University of Nottingham has suggested that singing reaches parts of the brain that other things don't reach. And you can find the full story on BBC Inside Out, which is a television show that they're doing. So anyway, yeah, this is something that I've known about for a while, something that a lot of people have talked about in the past. Alzheimer's patients, people with dementia, responding to music. You know, have you ever heard about that?
I have not heard about it, but I'm going to tell my friends. So, because, you know, when they go visit their dad, this could be something that they could include. So, but yeah, this is exciting. Anything that's going to reach them and you know, bring them to life and really get them engaged and stuff. That's exciting.
A lot of times, there'll be people that don't, you know, patients suffering from dementia that won't remember, you know, names and have a very limited vocabulary and stuff. But then you play a song that they would have known from when they were younger, and they'll remember the words, and you know, they'll start singing, or like they'll perk up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll recognize the music, and it really affects them. And that's such a dramatic thing, you know, and such an amazing, especially if you're somebody who's watching a loved one suffer through, you know, this horrible affliction.
Yeah, it's very difficult to deal with, very difficult to watch. So yeah, to see that life come back in them, and you know, of course, in a joyful way, that's got to be really exciting. And it's, you know, it's vibration. It's, you know, it doesn't surprise me that, you know, music does a lot of good. You know, there's a lot of good in music. There's a lot of studies that have tied music to healing and, you know, all kinds of stuff. And it doesn't surprise me because it's vibrational, you know, and we're vibrational beings. We're just, you know, balls of energy sitting here vibrating at certain rates. So to bring in a pleasant vibration and have it have pleasant effects doesn't surprise me in the least. But it's stuff that we don't necessarily think of, you know, like I wouldn't have thought of that. But then as soon as it's mentioned, it's like, oh yeah, I could see that, you know, which is cool. So good news. Any good news in the world of Alzheimer's and dementia is, you know, well sought after because it really is difficult. So it's very dramatic when you find something that works and helps.
And it would be, you know, and I think that we've talked about different things on the show before about, you know, scientists making great headway and finding, you know, enzymes in the brain that might cause it, and how to possibly slow it down or reverse it, or all of that stuff. And that's fantastic. But in the meantime,
right,
you know, if we're able to find any level of comfort for those people, or you know, any level of comfort for the people around them dealing with it as well, that's a great thing, I think, personally.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a win-win because, you know, like you said, if it's if it gives some comfort and some peace and some joy to somebody suffering with dementia, then, it also gives the people that work with them some joy, the people, their family and friends that love them, some joy. So, because it really is a difficult situation. I just kind of had a flash to, when I was first learning about addiction, it was, Dr. Silkworth of New York was a doctor that saw Bill W. get sober. And he worked with alcoholics in New York for 20 years. And he wrote this not article, but he wrote this letter for the book of Alcoholics Anonymous, saying that if anybody wonders why he's writing what he's writing and why he's so enthusiastic about what these people are doing around the disease of alcoholism, then let them be on the firing lines working with these people for 20 years on a day-to-day basis and seeing the suffering, not only of them, but of their families, and then once you've done that, then you can come over here and maybe then you'll understand why he was so excited about there possibly being a solution to this issue. And it reminds me of that, because it's the workers too, the workers and the family members. It's very difficult to deal with this type of stuff. So we might go, there's some guy sitting in a wheelchair and he sang along with a tune. Big deal. No, it is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you sit on the firing lines for a period of time, either trying to help, work with, or have a family member that's suffering with this. And it's really difficult. So when you see a portal of hope opening up and joy experienced, it really is a big deal. So that's why we did the show, because it's a big deal and it deserves the spotlight to be put on it for a moment.
Definitely.
So, bravo to them.
Absolutely. And if you know any other stories that are great news stories like this that you think deserve to have a spotlight put on them, send them over to us. Great Love Project, The Great Love Project on Facebook, Glenn Ambrose Life Coaching on Facebook. If you want to contact Glenn, glennambrose.com is where you can find all of that information. And if you want to support the show, watch video versions of the podcast or any of that sort of exclusive content and get things early, check out patreon.com/Glenn Ambrose, the best way to support the show. And that's it for me and those plugs. Glenn, anything else?
Nope, that's it. So thanks for listening, everybody, and we will talk at you soon. Later.
Glenn is available for life coaching sessions. To book an appointment or for more information, go to glennambrose.com, follow him on Facebook and Twitter, or click the link in the description of this episode.